It's not how the NFL should operate. I know it for a fact. There are people who've dead now who would turn over in their graves, or probably are, if they knew about this. It's wrong.
No, it really is. And to treat a city like this, but stay tuned. I'm trying to get as many eyes on this as possible so that we can get paid back, because in situations like this, nobody wants the bad publicity that you're not paying back the city for what you owe them. And so the more eyes on this, the better. So thank you. I appreciate you having me on today to even talk about this.
Yeah, appreciate your
because
time.
I think that, there should be a whole bunch of accountability here and transparency for what's happening. And, and I want the best for my city, and I'm going to fight to make sure we get our costs paid back, at the very least.
Well, come on back and give us updates occasionally.
I will, definitely. I will.
Got to have you back. And by the way, there is one thing I do want to cover, and that's when you first got started, because the whole relationship was different. You jumped in there. Tell my viewers how the whole thing started from your perspective that gave birth to the stadium and everything else. In brief, if you can, or however you want to do it.
You mean from the campaign?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, well, the idea came up of, I wasn't on the city council at the time. I was just in between. I was at my other real job, I'll call it. And they asked me, because I've always been so involved in the community, would I help run the campaign for the stadium? And I said, yes, but I need to know all the benefits that our city's going to get. So they explained it to me, and I went out there and I took all the heavy hits, because it was bringing the San Francisco stadium down to Santa Clara. So all the media was San Francisco, focused. And boy, I got attacked like crazy. I think that's where I sort of learned how to be attacked by the media. It was from that. So when the 49ers attacked me, I was prepared. They actually prepared me. But, and it was at a time where the economy wasn't going well. The 49ers were a losing football team. And Santa Clara was like, what? Why would we want something like this? So it took a whole team of us, of people that really believed that this could be a good thing for our community. And we went out and we put all of our names, our faces, our reputations on the line. I remember going to the soccer community, because at the time my husband was coaching, my kids were just starting to play, and I was the creator of the soccer park next to the stadium, right, the famous soccer park. So I said, I went to the soccer community, don't worry, everything's safe, this and that. So long story short, the community votes in a special election, and I think it won by like 57%. And so it was like, yay, how we did this in the down market, a losing team, and all of this, because they trusted us. So fast forward, they get that, the stadium's starting, we're negotiating the contracts, and one of our council members became mayor, so they appointed me to be on the city council to help with the contracts with the 49ers. I'm like, okay, because I knew about it, and I'm a business person. So long story short, the first thing they tried when the stadium was built, they tried to take the soccer park from the kids.
Remember that? Yeah, that was
awesome. Remember that?
Yeah, sure.
Remember that? But
yeah.
That was before. That was in 2015. And I'm like, what? Why would you do that? You promised. I went before the soccer community and said that this park was safe. And that's when I found out it doesn't matter how much you support them, what you do for them. As soon as you don't do what they want you to do, that's it. You're done. So that's when I was at odds with them, because I would throw my life down for that soccer park for our kids, and they tried to take it. But our community stepped forward and stopped it. And our city council, we were that close to them going in the back room and taking away the soccer park, and our mayor changed his mind. It was like that close, because we had 500 people come down to City Hall. So after that, every promise they made to the community room, keeping the creek trail open, all the things, one by one, they broke every single promise. So then the finances started to come in, and those first years we had made some really good, we had really great concerts, the Grateful Dead and all of these super great concerts. but every year we were only making 2.5 million. I thought, this is weird. Why do we have all these concerts and we're not making any money? Well, I won't go into all that, but it turns out,
is it because of the structure? Because 400 Statco and Statco gets the revenue.
well, no, on the non-NFL events, it's supposed to be 50-50. And then
really?
and then it's complicated, but yeah. And then they tried to lower their rent, and then we went to arbitration, and they wanted to lower it dramatically, like in half. And then we won arbitration, and then after that, then everything just went south. We had all the lawsuits they filed against us. People don't understand that we never filed a lawsuit against the 49ers. They filed all their lawsuits against us, but they were apparently very litigious in San Francisco as well. So it's just to the point. I just wanted them to pay their fair share, do what they promised, respect our community, and this is the way they repay us. They filled the council, they got the staff, and they have been very successful. When they first came to Santa Clara, they were worth like 900 million. Mm-hmm. And I think the latest was like 8.5 billion.
8.5 billion. Yeah, how about
billion.
That?
And
billion.
Where did that come from?
Billion.
Santa Clara. It came from Santa Clara. Yep. And you look at what we were supposed to get to what we actually got, and it just pales in comparison. Just be fair. Be fair with the community. Be honest. But I don't know if that's possible.
It's unfortunate is a politically correct word I will use for this. Mm-hmm. Sad is another one, but also rectifiable, because as I see it, it's a matter of steering a dollar flow. But also, what I'm thinking about, and this is what it is, that my background is in planning and economic development, and I've known developers. Like, there was a guy that built Hacienda Business Park that goes way back in Bay Area development lore. Mm-hmm. I forgot Joe's last name. He came out to New York and he got it done, the approvals within 6 months. But how he did it was he niced everybody to death, but he also kept his promises.
Yeah.
And
right.
Today it seems like we have people who feel like it's their birthright to not keep a promise.
Right.
That's what the difference is. That's what bothers me. It's a nastiness that seems to have permeated our society.
And it's true that it's lack of integrity. It really is. It's honesty, integrity. I just, but look at what's happening in our world now, and some of our leaders and what's happening. So I think that it's disappointing to me. It's disappointing. And but people sometimes will just look the other way. It's hard to do the right thing. It's hard to stand up and do the right thing anymore. And people are willing to look the other way if they like sports or they like, whatever it is. They'll excuse the lack of integrity or the lack of honesty and make up reasons for supporting it.
Government should never
despicable characters. Yeah. That's what I can say. So,
well, Ms. Mayor, on that note, you got to come back, and God bless you for coming on and talking for almost an hour. Actually,
you let a politician in, and I'm talking.
Yeah, I worked for 5 politicians. I'm used to it. I mean,
you're not bad yourself.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, you should, did you Rob Bonta, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, get Rob involved. He's a good friend of mine. I love Rob. He'll put a stop to it. You know that if he gets focused on something,
right?
Yeah. Plus, he's not running for governor, so.
Yeah, that's right. He's not.
No,
he's not. Everyone else is, but he's not.
He's footloose and fancy free. He can make it okay.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, thank you. I really enjoyed talking to you, and I feel like this is a therapy session. So thank you so much.
Oh, hey, you got it. No problem, Ms. Mayor. Again, it's an honor to have you on. It really is. Hey, you don't have to worry about. I got it. Everybody, thank you for coming on. Please share this around. I know it's going to ramp up later in the evenings. We're starting, I think, at 2:00, the mayor's time, 5:00 here, and I'm about 40 miles outside of Atlanta for my mom, and they'll ramp up later. All right. So anyway, subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube and bookmark NFL News by Zenny62.com. That ends the stream. Ms. Mayor, you don't have to move a muscle. I got you. And there we go. Okay. How